All right. Yes. Turn the mic up. I don't know why I never do that before I start the stream here, actually. One of these times I'll learn that. How is it going, fish folk and fish fam alike? Welcome aboard here to another edition of the Monday Musing stream here on Fintastic Freaks channel. As I just said there, of course, those y'all, what if you're just filing in here as we just get this thing started, or if you're watching the replay of the live stream, of course, my name's Austin, and of course, this is Fintastic Freaks. Great to have so many people in the chat here already coming in here to hang out here as we got some fun stuff to talk about here today. Before we get into that, I see we got Rye Guy here giving the hello. Hello there. Good to see you, Rye Guy, as always. We got Leo in the chat as well saying hi. Always good to see you as well. New local Austin also joining the party. Hello to you as well. One of my three awesome moderators, Liquid Zoo Only Fins. Good to see you, Mr. Matt, as always. We're always bringing the action here on the channel, as he says. Crypt Keeper Aquatics. What's up with you? I'm doing well. Any day I get back from a swap, always a little bit tiring, but, I'm always feeling pretty good. Got some new inhabitants down here in the fish room, which we'll talk about shortly, and it's always a good day. Peplin Creek Aquatics is also here joining us today. Good to see you as well, Peplin. Got a little hair strand is standing up there like a little alfalfa thing going there on there. Always good to see you as well, Brian. We also got Christine in here. Eventually I'll pull it up. There we go. How's it going, Christine? Hope you're having a fantastic Monday here. Rye Guy dropping all the pea puffer emojis, which we'll talk about pea puffer. There's a little bit about the pea puffers here shortly. But for those of you wondering how you can get those stickers, all you got to do is become a member. Doesn't matter what level you choose. The levels, I will say, are going to get adjusted here within the next few months, though. So keep that in mind, though. At the same time, though, however, if you want to get on board with being able to post some puffer emojis, because I know a lot of us love these puffers and such, that's how you do it. And whatever level you do, each one is just as appreciated as the other. Never expected, but always greatly appreciated. And thank you, Rye Guy, for also being a member and showing it with pride as well. Greatly appreciate that. We also got Linda in the chat here as well. How's it going, Linda? Good to see you here. Also got Coro in here saying don't forget hit like. Absolutely appreciate that, Coro. Hopefully you guys like the stream here. I try to give you something to like, but through the chat here, getting closer. Got Bunny Viper. How's it going, Ivy? Good to see you. Saying hello right back at you. Hope it's been a good one here on this Monday. Rather kind of a chilly Monday here in Council. Well, I guess not chilly, but maybe brisk is the more appropriate word. Been mostly inside most of the day, as my wife also has the day off here. So we've just kind of been relaxing here for most of the day. Going down here, Cooper Aquatics saying, hey, fish fam. Hey to you, Cooper. Welcome aboard here. Good to see you here. 100% agree, Leo. Puffers absolutely rule. We did get a couple down here of a certain species down here that I've been wanting to get again for a while. So we'll talk about them here shortly. I'm not going to go over all the fish, though, that I got here at the swap, though, because I am going to do a video visiting each of the tank that they're in here and going over all that. So keep an eye open for that in the upcoming days. I'm sure I'll have it out there in the next few here. Dennis is in the chat as well. Welcome aboard, Dennis. Good to see you. Going through the chat. Yes. Looks like, I don't think I dropped anybody or skipped by anybody. Looks like we are, yes, good to go. Awesome. So yes, the aftermath of the Quad City swap here. And right as I said, got Demon Blader coming in here. How's it going, Zach? Good to see you, man. So yes, the Quad City swap, first and foremost. Wow. First time ever I've made it there. My wife, obviously, some of you know that back when we did the live stream yesterday, will know that she also came and joined the party as well there. And I think speaking at least on my behalf, probably hopefully on hers as well, I don't think I heard any complaints from her either, but this Quad City swap wow, what an event. Just the quality of the fish and the quantity of vendors. I mean, so many different vendors there. I mean, multiple people doing angelfish, discus, loaches, live bears of all sorts. I mean, I think I saw 3 different species of pufferfish there. We saw pea puffers. I saw a red eye puffer at the very beginning. There were also some Amazon puffers, or perhaps some of you will know them more better as South American puffers. Either way, I mean, that's probably the most puffer species I've ever seen at a swap. I mean, also seen some Oscars, all sorts of plecos. I mean, it almost felt like a miniature aquashella, but literally everybody there was selling stuff. There wasn't really any display tables or anything. Not that I don't mind that at aquashella, but I don't know. When I also go to vendors, or these sorts of things, I anticipate seeing some cool stuff, but I also want to buy a lot of good stuff, or have the opportunity, maybe more appropriately, to buy good stuff. And I tell you what, if you couldn't find something there that you didn't like, I mean, arowanas, stingrays, betas were also there. Saw a couple tables selling some fire eels. There was it truly had a lot of good stuff there, and I, for one, was very greatly impressed. And we'll talk a little bit about what we got here from the swap here soon. As I got talking here, I see we got Sandy joining the chat here. What's going on, Sandy? Good to see you. Saying hi, everyone. Hi to you, Sandy. Always appreciate you making time on Mondays to come in here and visit as you do. Aquatic Moose, how many puffers have spawned for you? I've had a couple of puffers showing like courtship or mating behavior. In terms of puffers, though, that have laid eggs, 1. And that was Finley, my Fahaka puffer, which is exactly how I found out she was a female rather than a male, as I always assumed earlier, as much as I hate saying that word. But yeah, I came back one time from me and my wife's honeymoon from just maybe not even a week after we were married, and she had eggs on her substrate, and yeah, the rest is history. That's kind of how we, found out she was, a girl. 2, first time ever a puffer spawned. Unfortunately, though, I did not have a male Fahaka down here. Hence, I was not able to have the eggs get fertilized, thus create any puffer fry. I also had some spotted Congos back when I had those earlier, showing courtship and mating behavior. They never did end up dropping eggs, though, despite my efforts to try and help make that happen. Otherwise, back a while ago, saw some courtship behavior from pea puffers, but it's kind of the same thing as the spotted Congos. Never ended up getting any eggs or fry from there. So in terms of ones that have spawned, it's not always easy to, in terms of how easy it is to spawn them. I mean, it's not very easy with puffers in general sometimes. I will say that based off what I know, you have the better chances of getting them to spawn in a more heavily decorated aquarium, mostly with like plants and woods is what I learned they traditionally like. Rocks can sometimes do the trick too, but be careful on the rocks to make sure they don't have any sharp edges to scratch your puffer and compromise their skin or anything, or body, whatever. And a lot of people that I know of had success with that, though, tend to use woods in the plants there, and that's how they tend to get the most overall. I haven't given too much effort, though, to be fully truthful, and trying to get my puffers to spawn. I've just gotten lucky a couple times, to be fully truthful. But someday down the road, I'm sure I'll give it a shot, and when I do, I'm definitely sure we'll have some content on the channel for it once I finally get into that. Going through the chat. Coro. Don't know if I saw the comment. It was from earlier here today. I might not have. Let's see if it was up there. Or maybe you might have been talking about yesterday. Hey, yeah, you might have been talking about yesterday on the stream, which, yeah, my chat kept jumping a lot there, and since I'm on my phone, it's not as easy for me to go on back, and I'm worried I'm going to press a button and then end the stream just abruptly, and of course we don't want that. But I might have missed it, I might not have. If I did, I apologize, but if it got yoinked because of link, but a dwarf red tail eel should be coming in stock at Dan's Fish. And Dan's Fish does have some good stuff in the next week or so. So if you want a smaller eel, I might have to look into that, Coral, because there were a couple fire eels actually at the Quad City Swap here this past weekend that I was very close of pulling the trigger on. Obviously, the main thing that held me back was wondering what I would use for a tank for the long term, and of course, that is something that even when these fish are small, like say my bumblebee Oscar that I got from the Des Moines swap last week, is something that I always try to keep in mind too. Is like, okay, yeah, I have something that works now, but do you have something that can work long term? Like once it starts getting, because of course, like example, this bumblebee Oscar can grow 10 inches to a foot, maybe even a little bit bigger, or God willing. But this 50-gallon Pentagon, it works for now because the little dude's only about 2.5, maybe 3 inches at most, maybe just shy of 3, but which is perfectly fine right now. But later on down the road, he's probably going to need at least, the bare minimum, I would say 75. A 120 would probably be better. Maybe even a 125 or a 150 would be good, or a 180 if you really want to go above and beyond. And to give him a good one. Just got to have something locked away there for the long term there. And unfortunately for me, in terms of the fire eel, kind of the reason why I didn't get it is wasn't fully sure if I had something for the long term with that. Hence why, unfortunately, I didn't get a fire eel. But Craig, how's it going? Craig's Catfish Cave joining the chat. Always good to see you here as well, Craig. Zach, in terms of actual breed, no. Like I say, had eggs laid one time with my Fahaka Finley, but unfortunately, since I did not have a male in the fish room, a male Fahaka pup for that matter, the eggs were unable to get fertilized, and you only got about like a day or two after the eggs are laid to get those eggs fertilized. Otherwise, they die quickly. And the problem is, if you keep them in your tank, those eggs start getting a fungus on them that can really do a number on your water parameters. Hence, unfortunately, I had to get rid of them. But when she does lay again, we do have a plan, though, put in place where a guy believes very strongly he has a male Fahaka, actually one of the fish stores here in the Omaha area. And whenever Finley goes ahead and lays eggs again, we're going to be ready. Melvin, how's it going? Good to see you here. Little legacy hobbyist. It's always good to see you. Geek Boy joining the chat as well here. Love that icon of the Pandagara there. Coro talking about earlier, the dwarf red-tailed eels only get it like 7 inches as adults. Yeah, that's way smaller than a tire track or a fire eel for sure. Like I said, Coro, yeah, I'll have to check out Dan's Fish. I know Dan's Fish has some absolutely awesome stuff there. I mean, he's always giving away that stuff too on his streams. I mean, what a generous guy. Always on a live stream. That guy is always giving good stuff away. Live bearers, rainbows. I've seen him give away plecos. All sorts of stuff on that channel. I'm definitely going to have to check out his store and check those out there. Because, yeah, I'm thinking it would be kind of cool to get an eel down here. Not sure if I want to put it with a puffer because it might just be a little noodle snack for depending on what puffer you put it with. And, of course, don't want that. But still definitely thinking like to try a freshwater eel down here soon. Rye Guy, do I think there will be red-eye puffers at the Keystone Clash? Maybe. I say, obviously, I haven't been to the Keystone Clash in the past. I do know they are going to have a wide range of different freshwater species. I think they even have some saltwater stuff there as well. And, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's very possible. There's going to be a good number of vendors there. Actually, the Keystone Clash was just releasing their schedule of events for, like, speakers and all that, since that time is getting closer. Hard to believe that that's already less than 6 months away at this point now. But I don't want to give you a definite yes, because like I say, I haven't been to a Keystone Clash before, but knowing all the freshwater vendors that are going to be there, I'd say it's possible. It could be very possible. I'm starting to notice that puffers are getting more and more frequently showing up at these swaps. So very possible, but don't want to guarantee it. All right, chat just made its first jump on the stream for me. Hallelujah, that was only a matter of time. Trying to get my stream caught back up. Crown Tail, how's it going? Good to see you. Hi, everyone. With the 2 hearts there and the 2 little smiley faces. Love it. No internet. Oh, no, Zach. Got to get you to a place that has some decent Wi-Fi then, my friend. And yeah, that is true. I didn't... now that you mentioned that, Coro, yeah. Melvin's got a nice little new logo right there. I love that. It almost looks like a flame angel in there. Looks like a... well, it still looks kind of small on my part, but very colorful fish. Love it. Saw a flame angel actually one of our local fish stores here, and that thing, beautiful, beautiful fish. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it wouldn't be a Monday Musing stream without the Metalhead, Aquatic MayheM. How's it going, Josh and Jessica? Good to see you too, as always. Which, by the way, a lot of you already know, but I'll say again. Of course, the Metalheads will be streaming right as soon as we're done here at about 6:10 p.m. Central Time, or 7:10 Eastern if you prefer. Always a good stream over there. They got some great stuff always going on that fish room of theirs as well. So once we wrap it up here, make sure you check them out as well when we're done here, which I'm sure one of my awesome moderators or myself will drop in the stream link before we call this one off here, so that we can all just march on over there when we're done here. But always good to see you, as always, Josh and Jessica. Like I said earlier, 2 awesome folks right there. All right. So, yes, the Quad City Swap. I should tell you guys some of the things we did end up getting. The pea puffers, I know some of the... I will say right now, the pea puffers, I highly, highly thought about. But I will say now, unfortunately, the pea puffers, I didn't end up getting. I did get some puffers down here. But I'll show you some of the stuff here before we end the stream here. In fact, I'll get my phone here set up as a secondary camera here as I chat with you guys. But should have charged this thing, though. My battery's not the highest, so we won't be on the phone for too long here. But obviously, I mean, over 100 vendors at this deal, too, here was the next thing. I mean, it was just an absolutely huge swap. Like I said, I kind of told you guys already a little bit of what was all there. I mean, stingrays, loaches, angels. I mean, I think there were, oh my goodness, I want to say at least 6-7 tables or better that sold angelfish. I think I bought from at least 2 of them, maybe even 3. I'd have to think about that for a second. But I mean, just all the discus. I mean, multiple tables also selling betas as well. 2 tables even had like stingrays. I didn't get a good look at any of them, sadly, because those things sold very fast. But I guess it all makes sense anyway, because I also wouldn't have been able to get any of those anyway, because, well, I don't really have a tank other than maybe the 510 to really be a suitable home for a stingray anyway. But alas. All right, guy. I mean, the pea puffers, they looked okay. Their coloration looked good. They also kind of looked like older puffers as well. And I guess, I mean, it's not the main reason why I did it, but it's also personal preference that when I get my fish, I like to buy them when they're still like somewhat in that juvenile stage. It can be like on that end of the juvenile stage, but as long as there's a little growing to do, then I can get a little bit of an idea of how old the fish are. Most of those pea puffers were pretty much full grown. And I know some people really like getting their fish full grown, but my cautionary tip on buying your fish brand new, but at the same time fully grown is, the problem is if you get a fully grown fish, you have no idea how old that fish is. And I mean, yeah, they did look good. I will say that. Their coloration, they looked very plump. They looked very healthy, which you can tell then when a fish is being taken care of well or not when they were at a swap. Because, I mean, That's very stressful on the fish, being bagged up and then put on these tables and such. God knows how many people are looking at them. So, I mean, if their coloration is still looking good after all that, you know these fish have been taken care of. But I would say the main reason I didn't get them is because they were already full grown. And when you get a full grown fish, like I say, whether if it's at a swap or a store, wherever, how old that fish is a total guessing game. They could have just reached that full size just a couple weeks ago, or they could have been full size now for years and years. And I mean, pea puffers traditionally, average lifespan is about 4 or 5, sometimes 6 years if you're on the high end of that. But I mean, usually about 4 or 5 years is about all you get them. So I mean, if they're already a couple or a few years old, hence why I didn't indulge in it this time. But we are still getting some pea puffers here in the near future. And when I do, of course, we'll definitely have a video on that once we finally get those. I also like getting the fish when they're smaller too, because that way, I mean, not just for reasons in which I just said, but if you get the fish smaller, you also, well, you get an idea of how they're raised. I mean, you're the one that's raising them, so you know exactly all the details about how they were raised, the conditions they were raised, what they've been eating, and you know what kind of environments they like to live in, all that stuff. And that's kind of why I like getting my fish smaller, because then you know that they're a younger fish, and then you know how they're being raised and such. Leo, silver-tip tetra is a good tank mate for spotted, for SCPs. I presume maybe mean spotted Congo, puffers. Or what tetra would you do? Now yesterday you told me that was a 75. Silver-tip tetras, I'm not as familiar with that. Long story short, if you do a tetra with a puffer, my main suggestion is you want one that has, like, I call it like a sleek torpedo shape. You don't want the flat shaped tetras, because those, while they can still swim at a good rate, they're not quite as fast. So other ones, I guess I'm not admittedly as familiar with silver tip tetras. Actually, no, I'll look it up here for you, because if they're like those like sleek torpedo or bullet shaped tetras, then yeah, absolutely, it can work, because you want those faster swimming ones that swim faster than a puffer in case the puffer gets a little temperamental and such. Silver tip tetra, here we go. Yeah, they look a little more of the torpedo shape. Is this what you're talking about here, Leo? I presume that's what you're talking about. Because, I mean, well, it says silver tip tetra, so I'm going to presume that's it. Yeah, they look like, since they have that torpedo shape, I think, yeah. Again, I would also, implore that in that 75, make sure you still have plenty of plants, rocks, woods, creating different bits of territory. That way, also, your tetras can get away from the puffers whenever they get a little cranky. But obviously, I won't go on that whole spiel again, because you already know that, of course. But going through the chat here, we got Mystery Snail Guardians in the chat. Good to see you here, Annette. Snailing it, as always. Always appreciate you coming in here and visiting quick here, Annette. All right. Leo, yeah, Mac is already, I want to say he's probably already grown an inch for sure since we put him in here. I mean, when we got him in here, I told y'all, I think he is absolutely going to just take off once we get him in here. Like, he was growing about an inch about every month and a half-ish or so when we had him in his first grow-out tank, the 40 breeder. But, yeah, now he's, as you see, I mean, he's getting bigger already. I'd say he's easily over 7 inches now, starting to get closer to that 8-inch mark here. So he's growing fast. He's got all the space he almost needs now. So he's about to have, he's about to have one crazy growth spurt. Any tetras good for pea puffers? Again, it would depend on your tank size, which you've told me a couple times there, Zach. But I mean, it's the same thing. Like the sleek torpedo. English is hard sometimes. Sleek torpedo-shaped tetras, or like the bullet ones, whatever kind of body shape you want to call that. So like, you also don't want any long fin tetras too. I'll put that there too. You don't want any tetras that have the long fins, because that's just going to be all that much more alluring for a puffer to go and want to try to nip on those, or bite the tail off entirely, depending on what puffer you have. For pea puffers, though, I've seen some people do like some ember tetras and like some bigger tanks. Like the minimums I've seen anybody even give it a shot in is a 20 long. I personally would say that's the minimum I'd want to do, or a 29 perhaps. Rasboras would be another one. Oh, Aquatic Moose chiming in right there with that. Great minds think alike there, their Moose. But I mean, yeah, Harley Quinn Rasboras would be another good one, or maybe Galaxy Rasboras. They're also known as Celestial Pearl Danias. Perhaps some of you might know those as more commonly named. Pork Chop Rasboras. I mean, Chili Rasboras. There's a couple of different options out there, but wouldn't want to put any fish that's going to be over boisterous. You want a fish that's also going to, respect the puffer and not challenge it. Because if the fish does try to challenge the pea puffer for like food or territory, the other fish is probably going to lose. All right. What do you guys say we see some of the new fish down here, huh? Let's get this baby set up here. And let's go check out some of the new inhabitants down here. Wow, we're already nearing a half hour into the stream here. Goodness gracious. Man, oh man. Okay. Sometimes, guys, this thing just goes a little crazy. Bear with me here. You would think StreamYard would be a little easier on the phone, but it's not always. All right, here we go. We're setting it up here now. Awesome. I'll unlock the screen because... yeah, cool. Very good. There we go. Check, check, check. We got microphone on there too. Cool. All right, enter the studio. Very good. And see you on the phone here shortly. All right. Kill that. There we go. Because nobody likes an echo on a stream. All right, let's check out some of these new fish here, shall we? Keep the chat up here as I get moving. Whip's World. How's it going, Whip? Good to see you. Tetra's down there. Good to see the Exodon's always swimming around. That's like a Thunderdome tank right there. They're always moving out and about. All right. Coming over here to the Amazon puffer tank. Got one of our Amazons swimming up here towards the front. Oops. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to scare you there. A couple of our new Amazons swimming back there by the bubbler. We are going to add a little bit more. I got some plants that are in quarantine right now, but yeah, we bumped up our Amazon puffer count from 2 to 4. I'm thinking I'm going to upgrade them out of this 38 here to a 55, maybe even a 75 here soon. If we get them in a 75 there, then we can probably even get more than just 4 Amazons. We can probably bump it up to 6 there if we want to. 8 would be the maximum I'd ever want to do there, and that's if it's a little more heavily decorated, but they're getting along pretty well in here. They're a little thin, but definitely not to any bit of a concerning level. Their color looks good. They're getting along with these other two here. Nothing new in the 240 though, but still always looks good. Always love looking at that. All right. Yes, yes. Of course, some of y'all remember these guys are still doing well. Starting to take down some of this algae, even though I got to scrub the sides here a bit yet, but getting better slowly. All the angels from when we went to Atlantic earlier. Of course, we did a little live stream there about a couple weeks ago. All right. Got some new angelfish in here, though, as I said, because there were plenty of angels. See one of them right there. That's a platinum angel. Throwing this out. Another one over here. And then got some sunset koi angels right there towards the front. And I wish I'd go to the side. You could see their coloration. There you go. Give us a little more of that side there, buddy. Very good. Yes, those guys are looking good. Very good indeed. All right. Got a new goldfish in here too. Where is he? There he is. Little calico fantail. With the others in here. Yep, he is a little smaller so far, so we're going to keep an eye, make sure that everything here goes as it should. No signs of aggression or territory with each other. These four are living each other peacefully, and we're probably going to call that bow now good. I was going to try to hopefully find some schooling fish for my 510 here, but unfortunately, didn't find any big deals on like rummy nose tetras. The biggest deal I ever found for my 510 here, and in terms of rummy nose tetras, somebody was selling like 6 of them together. Cardinal tetras, actually, for that matter, because I was thinking of maybe putting them in here too with the Mac Armaboo puffer here. But yeah, that was, if anything, the one thing I was a little bummed about, that we didn't find any better deal on that. But that's just them. And we'll go in a little more detail there, like I say, when we actually do the actual video on this. I don't want to say too much because, well, then what's the point of making a video, right? Got some other stuff here, though, of course, to show. We'll get on that here shortly. All right. Some other things that we got, because the next cool thing is about this Quad City fish swap, though, is they didn't just sell fish. Like, there were crafts there. I left one of them upstairs, too, and I should have grabbed that, doggone it. But also had some crafts there, and a couple of the crafts that we did end up getting. I'll bring one of them out here. Maybe both out if they cooperate. Come on. It's getting hung up on the bag right now. There we go. Check it out, guys. It's a stained glass puffer. Isn't that cool? I have to hang this up somewhere down here, but this is probably the next cool thing that I really liked about this swap too, is that, yeah, didn't just sell fish. They had crafts as well. I mean, I thought that was just absolutely cool too. And that's handmade, by the way. Well, that was the other thing I really liked about it, is that they were all handmade. And I mean, I'm telling you what, if y'all are ever in the neighborhood around this time, I'll have to look up to see when their next swap is. It's not until the fall, so there's a little time between now and then. But I tell you what, guys, if you are anywhere by eastern Iowa, this swap is worth the trip. I mean, it was 4 hours of absolute awesomeness. It was pretty cool. Trying to see when the Quad City Fish Swap has their next swap at. Let's see, followers. What do they have in their events? Perhaps they're usually pretty good on this. Do. All right, here we go. I think. So apparently the Quad City Fish Swap is having another one on October 1st. Same place, same times, noon to 4. That'll be a good deal there. If you guys are interested in knowing about that, you know what? I'll go ahead and get the link to this here. Whip, yeah, I know that you said you went there, I believe last time a couple months ago, and yeah, I tell you what, it was my first time ever here. I was not disappointed. It was pretty cool. Next, Quad City Swap. There we go. And then I'll drop the link. It is on Facebook, so hopefully some y'all have Facebook. But if you want a little more info on that and such, follow that Facebook link there. Follow their group, and yeah, I'm telling you what, guys, if you're any bit of a reasonable distance there, for sure, it's more than worth the trip. It was very, very cool. All right, what else we got going on in here with the chat today? Oh yeah, we also got some plants as well. Mosses, valves. A couple of the valves actually are in the 50-gallon Pentagon here. We'll kill the light here. there's our bumblebee Oscar saying hello. I think he's already starting to grow a little bit. Loving this tank. Got some corkscrew valves to be precise. Need to get them in the sand there. But otherwise, also got some mosses and such. I mean, I tell you what, there really was a little bit of everything there. Demon, don't have Facebook, but I have Instagram. I'll have to post it then on Instagram here once I got off the stream, because I'll go ahead and post something on Instagram as well then. I know, Whip. It's so big. That's what she said, right? There was another stained glass piece that we also got. I'll show you that piece here shortly. Of course, I'll let you guess that, yeah, the puffer is what I got myself. Here is the next piece that we got. Check this guy out. Back this up here a little bit. We got a stained glass octopus, and I tell you what, guys, this thing. Kind of jealous. The wife got a good one right here. It's pretty cool. I mean, the fact that people made this by hand is the next thing where it's just like, that is so cool. I wish I could make stuff like that by hand. If only Chattanooga Ed was here, I'd be like, next up on Crafted this Thursday, Ed will give his attempt to make stained glass. There we go. We'll put that down nice and gentle. All right. Yes. Very good. Whew. Fish store calling. What is going on there? Well, they're going to have to wait a moment there. Oh, they actually sent me a message too. I'll have to check that out here in a minute. Yeah, Zach. It almost kind of does look like a Kraken, doesn't it? I kind of thought the same thing for it. They had a kind of a Kraken-like looking creature on their vendor table as well, which I'm not going to lie, looked pretty freaky. I'm not going to lie, but very cool nonetheless, though. Whip, yes, this was indeed the Quad City swap. It was first time ever I had gone there, and like I said a couple times here, it did not disappoint me. Wife and I both had a lot of fun there. It's about a 4-hour drive here, but at the same time, it's it was more than worth the drive. It was more than worth the drive. Checking through the chat. Yes. It's a quiet Monday here, I see. Absolutely. It's a quiet Monday. Check it out now. Check out what, Whip? All right. Well, we're still a quarter till 6 here, so we still got at least 15 minutes to hang out and such here. I'd say the favorite thing of the Quad City swap, though, that was definitely there. I really like that we also had like a whole fish store table there as well. Namely, Westlake Aquatics, who I haven't actually been in their store before, but had heard some pretty good things about it. So it's also an aquarium co-op partner store, which is, of course, great because Corey only works with the great ones there, of course. And I mean, had some sponge filters there. Almost got another piece of driftwood there while I was there, honestly. I mean, the driftwood pieces there were really good there at the Quad City swap there. Lots of different sizes as well, from wood pieces you'd put in a nano tank versus, maybe a tank like what you see behind me as well. I mean, even a pond. I mean, they had, very impressive selection there for sure. But the main thing I really liked there too is just, like I say, the number of vendors that were there, and also just how great all the fish looked. I mean, there's some vendors out there that sometimes on other swaps you look at and like, okay, this vendor stuff looks good. This one, maybe a little questionable. But at the Quad City swap, at least this time around, I didn't see a vendor's table that had anything that looked all that bad, honestly. I mean, everything looked good. Everything looked healthy. I was, I was very impressed, and definitely will be going back to the Quad City Swap there again at some point. Hopefully, maybe even a second time here this year, maybe. Another thing that we did indeed get at the Quad City Swap that unfortunately is not downstairs in my fish room just yet, but will be in the near future, is a 60-gallon, or no, wait, not 60. What was it? What was this? 65-gallon tank, rather. So if you go towards the end of the live stream that we had yesterday, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Very good deal on that. I'm not going to say what we spent because, like I say, I don't like to brag on that stuff or just talk about price tags because, alas. But got some different ideas for that once we get it down here and I get a stand built for it because it did not come with the stand. It was just a tank. Got to get a light, got to get lids, although honestly I probably have a light down here already that'll suit that thing just fine. Definitely will get more into that there and talk about some ideas I got for that as well. And who knows? Maybe I'll put a little vote here in the chat there later on in the near future and see what you guys think. All right. Wife has entered the chat. Welcome aboard, Mrs. Freak, saying hello. Always good to have the wife in the chat here, who is also another one of my 3 awesome moderators. Appreciate you coming in here and making sure that we're all behaving, dearest. A little over 10 minutes here yet. Yes. All right. Oh, missed him earlier, but Rob A coming in here with that awesome Boo Puffer icon, of course. Hope you're having a good one here, Rob A. Coming in here. Saying hello on this awesome Monday here. Boy, we're going way back there, yeah. Combo with the peas, embers, and autos. As long as you have a big enough tank, Zach, it should. I mean, as long as you have a big enough tank, then yeah. I mean, I would still, I guess, I will say this: still proceed with caution with pea puffers, or puffers really in general. When you put tank mates in there, always want to keep an eye on to make sure those fins aren't being nipped or something, because once those fins start getting attacked and such, it doesn't take much longer before the rest of the fish goes down with it. I believe you said, yep, 40 gallon. That's right. I knew you had a pretty good tank size. So yeah, for pea puffers, yeah, that's no problem. Well, shouldn't be a problem. Like I say, still proceed with caution, but 40 gallons should be big enough to where you can definitely find a way to make stuff work, as long as you don't overcrowd it, of course. All right. We got a quiet one here this week. Yes. I understand, though. It is getting a little more warmer outside now. It's only about mid or lower 40s right now here in Council Bluffs, so it's not too crazy just yet. But at the same time, it's also it's getting warmer. We're finally getting it to a more desirable temperature. Not gonna bring out the beach towels or the pool floaties anytime soon here yet in late March. It's still giving us some chilly days here and there, but starting to warm up here a little bit yet. Oh, Websworld, yes. It is kind of right, but I get it. It's Monday. Some of us are tired. I get it. Mrs. Freak, actually, we did show the glass, but I'll show yours again. Well, actually, since mine's on the top here, we'll show this again. Kill that chat there real quick. It's one of the products we got there. Stained glass puffer. It almost sounds like a breed of puffer that you could find somewhere. Probably be a saltwater species, though, right? Yeah, got some browns, some different shades of brown on here, some whites as well. It's a green eye. I know it looks really dark on the screen, but I promise that's a green eye right there. Mountaintop Puffer, how's it going? Good to see you. Got that power by puffer looking in the logo there. The icon always looks nice. I love the markings on those Abai puffers. They are so beautiful. So beautiful. All right. And of course, the wife's stained glass deal again. The octopus. Looking pretty awesome here, too, I must say. I mean, yeah, it kind of does look like a kraken, as Demon there kind of said earlier. It does kind of look like like the kraken. Hey ho, kraken! And not pictured, but also purchased at this swap, we also had the like a little fishbowl deal that apparently changes colors as you put liquids in it, which this isn't the fishbowl that you keep fish in, but rather like a fishbowl like bottle, if you get my drift there. Put liquids in there, the bowl changes color, and yeah, it turns all different colors. It's really pretty. Otherwise, yeah, I got some mosses, some valves. Pretty good deal, all of which we'll show here later on in the in an upcoming video here. Probably I'll get that released in the next couple days here, probably. Crypt Keeper returning to the party here as we start the. Let's see. Oh, it's already 5 to 6 here already. Saying, hey, I'm back. Good to see you here. Absolutely. It's way less bright without some of these others here, right? That store is messaging me again. You know what, guys? I might actually go ahead. Got a quiet stream here today, so guys, I might go ahead, wrap it early here, see what this one store is trying to get a hold of me here for. Oh, it's about a certain tank. All right. Haley, or Harley. I missed the R. My apologies there. Harley, how's it going? Saying hello, everyone. Hello to you, Harley. Good to see you. 3:54 in Vegas. Well, it is 5:54 here in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Oh, whip. Uh-oh. How'd that pop up? Not sure. But what the message says, inquiring minds want to know. Very well, if you wish. So some of y'all will remember that 75 hex that we've been storing down here for a while. Well, the store just came forward and said that it is finished curing, actually, now, as he was working on that here earlier. So trying to basically just reach out and saying, hey, whenever you're ready to come check it out. Still have some concerns about this, but if you want, have the tank ready for you to come by and check it out. So might have to go do that. Might have to go check it out here soon. Otherwise, and the guy just let me know otherwise too that he is going out of town for a bit and won't be back till Friday otherwise, which can't blame the man, because it's the guy that does this resealing stuff is also like one of the main assistants there at the store, and dude works his butt off, knows a lot there. So obviously he does a lot there. Have to check it out. So hey guys, with that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this a little short here, but thank you all so much for coming in here today and all the continuous support here. Getting really close, by the way, to 2,000 subs here, which is super exciting. We between this stream and the last got over 1,900. I'm not sure what the precise number is right now. I want to say we just hit 19.1 or something, whatever it is. But of course, my goal is also to try and get the 2,000 here before my birthday, which is the middle of April, to those of you that are curious. And also want to give a big thank you to, I haven't seen him in here today, but Jeff Kane for the last 2 swap streams, donating some big time support here to the channel here, handing out some memberships, trying to get some people, a taste of what the extra Fantastic Freaks channel part is like and such, even though I'm kind of still working on that part here, to be fully truthful. Want a big shout out to Jeff here, especially if you watch the replay, man. Truly appreciate you, man. And all the support that you give here. Chattanooga Ed, how's it going? But, yep. Unfortunately, I hate to do this to you, Ed, and others, but yep. With the store here getting a hold of me, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream here a little bit early, but like I say, the Metalheads are going live here in about 10 minutes here or so. Make sure you check them out here. I'll go and grab the link here too, so that once we wrap this up here, you can go and check them out here as well, because they always got some great stuff going on there as well. And that awesome fish room there where Josh and Jessica always do. I know Josh has already got his stream set up here and such. Renee, didn't see you here earlier. Good to see you here, Renee. Get this Metalhead stream in here quickly. All right, there we go. Yeah, guys, going to cut it a little bit early here today, but thank you all so much for coming in here on this Monday Musing stream, hanging out with us here today. I know I didn't get this link up here until a little bit later, like maybe an hour before I got this thing going, so appreciate all y'all coming in here, bearing with me a little bit. It's been a slow, kind of tired day here today, and looking very forward to putting up a video here later, showing off what we all got here and such. Keep an eye open, like I say. I'll try to have that here in the next few days. Dropping the Metalhead stream link here now. And greatly appreciate all the support you guys gave here. As always, though, guys, like I say, an extra thank you to the moderators. Of course, Liquid's the Only Fins, Mr. Matt there, checking in here as always. My wife, Mrs. Freak, and of course the super mod herself, the Zen Ginger. Appreciate all y'all. Oh, hey, no worries, Matt. Double power. I got it. We both got it. We both rock here. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in my next video. As always, Fish Fam, stay fantastic.